Indicators can be helpful tools, but they are not the ultimate solution. When I started trading, I used to load my charts with countless indicators, hoping they would provide the perfect entry and exit signals. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Indicators are lagging. All indicators, without any exceptions, are all lagging, meaning they show past price action. They cannot predict the future. Think of them as trading wheels rather than crystal balls. While they can provide some insight, they should not be the sole basis of your trading decisions. Hey there, Tamir from FIBONACCI'S.com here with the daily market recap. Please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and without any further ado, let's see the charts. You look on the SPY, it looks like the bulls went on summer vacation. 433 broke to the downside. Now 430 needs to hold. Otherwise, we are heading towards the 426 together with this white trend line. Below this white trend line, we are heading to close the gap at the 422 area. For now, bulls are not around. Let's see when they will come back from summer vacation. QQQ, same thing. From 373 now retraced all the way towards the 357. 357 needs to hold. It is the 618 Fibonacci retracement. Swing low, swing high. Below this one we are heading towards the 353 and 347. Dow Jones, red trend line from resistance, now support. Two consecutive dojis, 338 to the upside, 336 to the downside. Let's see where Dow is heading. For now, we are at a 50% retracement on the Dow, two dojis, indecision on the Dow, but it looks also bulls of the Dow went for summer vacation. Let's see where are we heading towards the end of June. IWM holding the 180. 50% retracement. All we need is Fibonacci, in-depth candlestick analysis, and that's it. Once we understand the relationship between those two, price action, candlestick analysis, and Fibonacci, we can assume where price might be heading next. Below the 50%, we are heading towards the 178, and we will fill the gap at the 176 because we know more than 80% of all gaps will get filled. Bitcoin struggling with this trend line. This trend line from resistance, now once again resistance. Try to break up and above a few days ago, back below it, 29,900 is holding a support. Below it, we are heading towards the 28,800. Long continuation, we need to see a break above this trend line towards the 31,500. Above it, in my opinion, 36,400. And it's only my opinion. Stop following others to tell you what to do. And it doesn't matter if it's paid or free services. Always do your own due diligence. Follow to get ideas. Follow to learn. Get education. Get mentorship. For me, it took 2 years or so to find my own way, my own path to become successful trader. Ethereum 1860 is holding. It was a very important level of support and resistance. Only by looking left we can see it since April. Support, resistance, breaking below. We are heading towards the 1800 together with this red trend line over here. Long continuation above 1930. SOXX Semiconductors ETF, massive bull run since 406, beginning of May, towards 517. Bulls of SOXX needs to catch their breath. 481 is the level that needs to hold. Otherwise, in my opinion, we are heading towards the 460. If the 460 gap will get filled and the 460 will fail to hold on a weekly basis, we are heading towards this gap at the 433, and it's only my opinion. Always do your own due diligence. And if you look left and you're a pattern seeker, you can see some kind of a left shoulder, head, and maybe after this gap will get filled, we will get the right shoulder. But Fibonacci traders, we don't follow patterns. We don't rely on patterns because patterns are not reliable. The only thing that is reliable, candlestick analysis, price action, in-depth candlestick analysis, multi-time frame. Apple, uptrend until proven otherwise, but it looks like bulls of Apple. Also wants their summer vacation. 187 is the resistance. We had an intraday new all-time highs. Now 185 needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards this purple trend line. This purple trend line goes all the way back to beginning of March, and as we said on Twitter, weekly close above 158. It was March 17. We will go towards the 190, and we almost hit the 190 target. Only by looking left, understanding in-depth candlestick analysis, aka pure price action, together with trend lines, Fibonacci, this is all a trader needs. All other indicators, patterns are just noise. Check the links in the description below. If you want to take your trading journey to the highest level, become your own indicator and stop following others to tell you what to do. Understand, really understand the market. Microsoft went all the way towards the purple trend line, rejected. Now 339 to the upside is the resistance. Next support, the 322. Below 322, we will close the gap at the 316. Pay attention to the big gap to the downside at the 281. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this gap? Will Microsoft close this gap anytime soon or in the future? Let me know in the comments below, or any other feedback will be much appreciated. Any feedback, any suggestions that you have, write it in the comment below. It will be much appreciated. Tesla trend lines are the true support. Resistance for price action. Now looks like Tesla is heading towards this trend line to close the gap at the 235, and then we will look for a bounce back up below this one. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. 234 together with this trend line will fail to hold. 222 and 211 to the downside are next resistance. If you want to know where price might be heading next into the future, all you need to do, follow price and use trend lines and Fibonacci levels as your map for future price action, same as we did on AMD. Double top scenario. If you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous videos, you know this double top. As you can see, we have posted June 21 double top scenario. Now this gap at the 106 got filled. 106 is the 618 Fibonacci retracement, failing to hold. We are heading towards the 93. Let's see a bounce above 118 towards back to the 116. The 116 from support will become a very tough resistance. As you can see, Apple, SPY, AMD, Bitcoin, Ethereum, it doesn't matter which security and which time frame that you are trading. By understanding in-depth candlestick analysis, Fibonacci and trend lines, you can know with high probability, with the highest probability, not just high probability, with the highest probability, where price might be heading next. And of course, nothing is 100%, but Fibonacci and trend lines gives us the roadmap for future price action. Google continuing its retracement towards this gap over here at the 113 area, and then we will look for a bounce back up because it's also the 618 retracement. Failing to hold, we will head towards the 103. Nvidia, bulls of Nvidia, summer vacation, they deserve it. So we are in a pullback. We have a slight gap over here at the 395, and we also have the gap at the 306. But one time and one candle at a time, 1 week, 1 day, following price. Let's see where Nvidia is heading. Are we heading to close the gap? Below this gap, we are heading towards the 378. Netflix, purple trend line from resistance, support. Let's see if this purple trend line will hold once again as support, and price will continue grinding up on this purple trend line. Below it, where price might be heading next. All you need to do is ask Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high. 410 needs to hold. Otherwise, we have 400, 388, 375, and 354 to the downside. And we have another gap over here. Above 427, long continuation towards 450. Amazon, trend lines, uptrend channel, but as you can see, this upper white trend line resistance now together with this 131, it looks like Amazon is going towards the 124 together with this white trend line. If this area will fail to hold, we are heading towards the 121 area. Meta is a perfect example of why trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. You know these trend lines because we drew them few weeks back already, and every time price of Meta is getting close to this white trend line, trying and failing. Now, let's see if bulls of Meta also will take vacation. 275 needs to hold. Otherwise, we are heading towards this area of the white trend line together with the 258 as the next support. And if you pay attention, look left, you can see left shoulder, maybe the head. We will look for a bounce from here towards the 275 that will become once again resistance because it was resistance over here. Support, breaking below, we will look for a bounce, resistance, and maybe the right shoulder. Many big names, same as the SPY, same as the Qs, have what looks like the beginning of a head and shoulders. But don't rely on patterns. Patterns are not reliable. Learn in-depth candlestick analysis. Look left, where price came from, where it is now, and what most probably will happen next. 61 on Shopify is their support. Below it, we are heading towards 58. Below 58, we will retest this blue trend line. But overall, we can see that Shopify have lower high, higher lows, higher highs. So until proven otherwise, we are in an uptrend. 1 day or even 1 week is not a trend reversal signal. We need trend lines to show us the way, and for now, trend lines shows us that we are in an uptrend. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit a like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Don't forget to check the links in the description below for more educational resources. Until the next video, stay safe.